Thank you for listening. My name is Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21. I'm a mixed martial arts journalist. I currently contribute to bjpenn.com, Low Kick MMA, CageSidePress.com. You could find my work there as well as my YouTube channel at aka Strauss21. And of course, the Did You See That Shit Mixed Martial Arts podcast that you are listening to right now. Here is my latest interview. I hope you enjoy it. I want to introduce Mr. Marc Montoya to the show for the very first time. He is the owner, operator, head coach, Factory X in Colorado. What is going on, man?
Hey, man, everything's great. I appreciate you having me on this morning.
Dude, anytime, brother, anytime. I've been wanting to speak to you for a long time. Of course, you're a former fighter for people who don't know, but now you've kind of taken a backseat from the fighting, but you're still a very integral part of the sport, man. You are the head guy at one of the best gyms now, man. Factory X has done it. You guys, you're not sneaking up on anybody anymore, are you?
No, we haven't been sneaking up on anyone for a while, but yeah, being, like Exhibit said, being underrated gave me time to create, right? So
exactly.
So I got to bring a little bit of that old school rap flavor there, since that's part of the DNA, right? But yeah, we're super blessed to have the success that we've had, and the culture that we've built from the beginning till now is something that is an integral part of why we've been successful, and the guys not buying in but actually owning it is the key to where we sit present day, and I'm super proud of just the athletes that we have and our coaches and the whole thing. So it's been a lot of fun up to now, but we're just getting started.
Is this what you envisioned with Factory X when you kind of started the whole thing?
100%. I envisioned having a real team, a group of guys that will, have blood, sweat, and tears and share their life experiences together. And just, I've said in many interviews that fighting is the vehicle that we get to share in life. And I feel super blessed to be able to do that with all these young men and women. And, yeah, it's definitely something I envisioned. We're nowhere near where I feel like, hey, we're settled and everything is great, and let's just keep it status quo. So I'm not at all satisfied with where we sit in the sense of our growth and what the future looks like, but I am satisfied with the fact that we have come a long way, and our vision is way beyond where we're sitting right now. And so the focus of that it's great to see those athletes have that focus, and our coaches.
For sure, I feel you, man. Complacency, that's the enemy of greatness, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you 100% on that. The level of success that you've had already, though, with the gym, has it come even sooner than you thought it would?
No, we've been doing this for a while. It's nothing ever that is successful is an overnight success. That's just not how it goes. We did have a breakout year, and I accept that for sure. I had a breakout year, but we've been working and winning fights and growing and failing, and we've been doing all that, now for a minute. So it's really cool to get the accolades of, hey, you guys are doing good things, but they've been, the people at Factory X have been doing great things since they started, and that's one of the reasons why we have such a cool history and we have an amazing future.
For sure, definitely well earned, man. When you were in the grind, man, you're still in the grind today, I know. But when you were a fighter, when you were still chasing the dream of being a world champion, were you that guy back then still that was kind of like a coach, even though you were a fighter? Did you always have that in you?
I did. I not really knowing it either. I was, I wanted to pursue fighting just like anyone else, and was having fun doing it. And the era of which I did it was a lot different. The attention to it, and also the money was pretty non-existent. But
yeah, to say the least, right?
yeah. But I never did it for either of those. I did it because I loved it and had fun, and I like to learn. And I'm a fighter at heart, and so, but my first 4 months in training, um, Muay Thai and everything, my instructor and the owner came to me and asked if I would help teach, and I was like, man, I don't know shit. You want me to teach? And then and they were like, yeah, man, you know a lot more than you think, and they believed in me, and before I ever believed in myself on that front, and I don't know, I just have always gravitated toward helping guys and coaching, but also, fighting was something that I thought I was going to do for sure, in the sense of, I didn't necessarily know at that time that I'd be coaching, and so yeah, that's where it started, and then I've always trained and coached, and after I was done fighting, I coached part time, and then of course, now we've been doing this full time for a while, but that's that's the that's that is the start, and that is where it is, and a lot of times in life, you just need someone to believe in you more than you believe in yourself, and go in there and just go, okay, and jump into the deep end, and you'll learn to swim.
Yeah, no, that's the truth, man. You're 100% right with that. Yeah, oftentimes when you don't even believe in yourself, that person could pull you through a tough time. You're right on. Yeah, man. I guess before I let you go, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Anthony Smith. I mean, what an impressive young man, huh?
Yeah, no, Anthony Smith's a amazing fighter and an amazing guy. He's someone that I've had a ton of pleasure getting to train. I'm actually headed to go train him here after you and I get off the phone. But yeah, he's an amazing guy. I know he's a great fighter, and I know that he's getting the opportunity that he earned, which is getting the opportunity to fight John Jones here in March. And so, yeah, just an amazing guy, and he's a family man, and he's super coachable as far as he is in his career. Super coachable, and he's just fun to have. So my one of my coaches, Randy Krause, who does a lot of back end stuff for me. He's the silent assassin when it comes to one of our coaches. You don't get to hear and see from him a lot, because he's in the grind doing a lot of that. But he and I were just talking about Anthony yesterday, and just the whole breakdown, and just Randy had mentioned that his attitude is amazing, and he's just treating this like another fight, and that comes from obviously us preaching that and telling him that. But Anthony's got to make a decision to do that, and when fighters make decisions one way or the other, it a lot of times dictates the future. So um, yeah, he's a special guy, he's a special athlete, and it's been amazing. He and I have had an amazing run together since he came over, and yeah, it's just been a ton of fun.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I've had the pleasure of speaking with him a couple times on the show here, and I can honestly say he's one of just the most genuine, nicest guys, man. Just a super cool guy. He earned this opportunity, and I know he's gonna make the most of it, man. I can't wait. And real quick, you got Devante Smith fighting this weekend too, right?
I do. I have actually Devante Smith and Jonathan Martinez. Jonathan this will be his second fight in UFC. He took a fight short notice when Anthony actually fought in Canada. He wasn't training with me then, but I met him there. And so anyway, Devante and Jonathan are fighting this weekend. A really, really good card there, and I'm actually getting on an airplane this evening to fly to Melbourne, Australia,
Wow.
for that. Yeah, so I'm super, super pumped for those guys. That's you talk about Anthony Smith, and he's more of, I always look at our program like I would a college, and I was talking recently to one of the managers, Jason House, who manages Devante actually, and quite a few of my guys. And he and I were just talking about all that, and our philosophy has always been to reload and not rebuild. And Jonathan and Devante are a testament of reloading and seeing this new talent come up. And so you got Anthony, who's, if we're in a college, he's that senior. You got these guys who are the up and coming freshmen. wanting to make their way, like Anthony and some of the other vets that I have, like Court McGee and James Krause and Zach Cummings, to name a few. Those guys are the seniors, and the cool part is you get to see those guys really mentor these freshmen, and Devante and Jonathan and Chris Gutierrez and Ian Heinisch and people like that. So it's really cool to see how that all comes together, and you get a cool opportunity for these guys to go travel across the world and go to Australia, and they're already there actually acclimating and just getting mentally and physically ready for the weight cut and the whole thing. So yeah, man, it's an exciting time. We get to do this. We don't have to do anything. We get to do this, and that's a dream come true.
You are busy, man. I don't know how that you must have more than 24 hours in a day. I don't know how you get it all done, but thank you for squeezing me in, man. I know, as I said, I mean, look at you. You're going to train, Anthony Smith, and you're jumping out of planes. So thanks, I appreciate it. I'd like to give you a few minutes here to shout out whatever you'd like, man. The floor is yours.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity. Anytime you want to chat, I'll make my schedule available anytime. So just let me know. Yeah, I always just like to obviously thank my family. They're a huge support group for me. I couldn't do any of this without, my wife and two kids, and just their support and giving the ability to share myself with everyone else. So, my coaching staff is the reason why this thing continues to run, and that's something that is super important to me. Just as important in training the athletes is continually growing and training amazing coaches, and these guys have done a great job. And just in general, all of our fighters and students and all of them, they're putting it there. Without the fighters, we're not talking about any of this. So they're putting it all on the line, and they're getting out there, and they have that commitment and that consistency and that sacrifice. And man, that's so cool to watch these guys go and chase a dream, because most people in life are afraid to fail, and they're afraid to do it, and they're afraid to take chances. And I encourage these guys every day to do all that stuff, and when they own that and you see them doing it, man, it brings a huge smile to my face. So congratulations to them, congratulations to our coaching staff and all the people that are involved here. I couldn't do any of this without them, so I'm super grateful for them, and I really appreciate your time.
Oh, I appreciate your time, Mark. I'd love to do it again with you. Safe travels, brother, and best of luck this weekend with everybody you got competing.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, and we will see you soon when I get back from Australia.